Hey guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now, in today's video, we are going to be talking about the absolute best swing trading routine that I do every single Sunday. I do this to ensure that I'm going into the week with some sort of game plan. I always imagine the stock market like a football game. You have to go in it with like a playbook, with an offense, a defense. If things are working right, what are you going to do? If they're not working right, where's your stop loss? So we're going to be talking about positions that we're holding, my approach behind them, and then looking at some stocks with some opportunities and start planning out some trades. So I hope you guys all enjoy this. If you guys do, hit that like button and subscribe. And if you guys want to learn more about swing trading and how I find opportunity, my entry points, exits, my full strategies, I have an amazing school called the Swing Trading Masterclass. We offer private live streams, quizzes, lectures, a group chat. It's an 8-week course, but more importantly, we actually teach you to trade. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not alerts or anything like that. It's honest strategies that I've learned over the past 7 years of swing trading. So check it out down below. And we have an amazing sale going on for 50% off, which is one of the largest sales we've done. You guys can use code beginner to get 50% off. So at the checkout, there's going to be a code spot. You just write beginner and you guys will get that sale. Only 6 spots left for that code. So if you want to invest in yourself, check it out. But guys, let's jump into this. So having a good swing trading routine will literally help separate you from other traders. You've always heard those statistics of 85% of traders fail. Well, yeah, it makes sense when you look at the 85% of those people. They literally don't plan their trades. They just buy random stocks and then they cry when they lose money. At the end of the day, you have to treat trading like a job, like a career, like any other job, doctor, lawyer, engineer. And what I mean by that is those careers, they require schooling. They require practice. Do you guys think a doctor goes into surgery without education? Absolutely not. You have to have that same approach with trading. So let's actually turn to the computer and see our swing trading routine that I look at. All right, so the first thing that I do is I look at stocks that we're holding. As of right now, here we're in on 3 positions. We're in on VU, which is the Vanguard S&P 500. We're in on MasterCard, and then we took a small trade on Salesforce. Now, one of the things that I always like to do is kind of look at our swing trading journal. Doing this will kind of help you understand what's working in the market, what's not working, and kind of what you can improve on here. So you guys can see here, this past week here, we took 2 new trades. Our trade performance is really, really well. Trade directions really, really well. As we look at the dashboard here, one of the things that I always like to do is to look at our performance by strategy here. So lately, breakout has been the best approach to make money. The strategy that's my bread and butter is the breakout followed by moving average line, and then we have sell off. Sell off, the approach that I have is very simple. When something sells off to a very, very undervalued spot, just like how kind of we saw, the past couple of weeks where we had a lot of volatility, we took a couple of trades just because of some sell off in some undervalued RSIs, getting in on some faster trades. So doing this, I can focus on what strategy is performing really, really well. So we've really been narrowing in on breakout and moving average line. And if you guys want to get this trading journal, I'll put a link to it down below. It's called the Digital Trading Journal. But now another thing that I always like to do is go to the monthly overview here and do the exact same thing here. So you guys can see with our profit and loss, we're up pretty well this past month. And our trade performance is near and around an 87% win rate, which is really well. Our trade directions really, really well because we are traders. We go long, we're not short traders, so obviously that's going to be good. And like always, our account balance is slow and steady. We really focus on just small returns, at least with my approach, small returns that just compound over the course of a year. I would rather take base hits rather than home runs, because when you swing for the fence, most of the time you'll strike out. So for me, I would rather take 1%, 2%, 3% returns all day long than trying to buy a stock at $1 and sell it for 200, because I understand the data that it's very difficult to do that. So looking at this is our little trading journal, and I think that's really important to review. All right. Now let's look at some of the stocks that we're holding, why we got in, and the thought process I have behind them here. So the first stock we got in, light position, was CRM. This is Salesforce. The approach that I had is very simple. We have this great upward trend here where the stock has seen great tendencies of getting buying pressure near and around this blue line, which is something called the 90-day moving average line. You guys can see here as we look back, it's acted as support in the past, but it's not like 100%. You can see the dips down through it, but overall, moving average lines, they do have great tendencies of getting buying pressure. So one of the things that I did is I saw the contact here and I go, okay, if we can get some confirmation, this will be very, very interesting. We also looked at the RSI, which was trading for near and around about a 34. The last time it was trading for a 34 was back in this window where we had some great buying pressure. And as we look at the hourly here, like I said, we recently got in on this position. We called this stock out near and around this price point, near and around 324. We didn't enter because we were in and we took a trade on Netflix before earnings that paid off very, very well. Now, right now, we took a very light trade. And the reason why we got in is because I think we still have this nice trend line and this yellow line. This yellow line here is the 50-day moving average line. And in the past here, we've seen great buying pressure here, here, and even here. So we took a nice trade. And my thought process was this: entering here, keeping our total stop loss just below the trend and the moving average line for a possible push up to near and around about 357, which is about a 6-to-1 risk versus reward, which is really, really good. So this one, we're just continuing to hold to see if this trend will form and stay. If we do get some more confirmation, I do feel comfortable adding a little bit more to my portfolio. All right. Another one here we're in on is MasterCard. MasterCard was a very, very similar approach. Great upward trend, sold off down to that 90-day moving average line. Stock popped up. Looking at the hourly here, great breakout. Looking at that hourly time frame, great trend, great entry point, popped up. And now we're just letting this thing ride out, using that 50-day moving average line as support and our stop loss, keeping it near and around the 520 to 530 mark for our stop loss. And then VU is a very similar approach, keeping our stop loss near and around, the 557 mark. Took a very undervalued pretty much spot because of the great support we've seen in this range here where it's hit it and we've had great amount of buying pressure. So now it hit it here, took a nice trade, it's rallying its way up. I'm well aware that there is a good amount of resistance in this zone. So if we cover profit in here, I'll be very, very happy. So these are all the stocks that we're holding. But defense and understanding the positions you're holding is just one piece to the puzzle. The other piece is offense. So we went ahead and we searched for some opportunity. Some of the stocks that we came across was Zoom. Ticker symbol is ZM. One of the main reasons I was looking at this play was because it was a very similar approach, sold off down to that 90-day moving average line. We still have this trend right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw an alert above 83. If the stock pops up above it, maybe we'll take a nice little trade on it. Looking at the hourly, it's a very similar approach. We had the breakout, could see a move on that, on that 200-day moving average line. The trend's possibly forming, so I think we need to wait a little bit longer to see what's going on. Another stock we're watching here is ticker symbol YPF. YPF here is a 50-day moving average play. It's sold off down almost to it. We've seen some good buying pressure near and around it in the past. So now here we're just keeping an eye on it. We're looking at that hourly time frame. We threw an alert above the overall trend. So if it pops up, we'll get notified and see if we can see a move from like 42 to 47 to $49 in that range. Another play that I'm thinking about taking a nice little trade on is ticker symbol PRCT. PRCT here, one of the things that I was looking at this stock is we've seen a bunch of sell-off from about $100 all the way down to $70 in about 3 months. So buy low, sell high. Looking at the RSI, very undervalued, plus the hourly time frame starting to break out above that 90-day moving average line. So now we're going to continue to see if it can act as support and look for some good entry points. Now, this one here, if we draw out like the trend, we should most likely will see some resistance up here on the trend and the 200-day. So it's just something to be cautious of. I think this one we'll kind of watch before taking trades on. Another one here is going to be MNKD. MNKD 200-day moving average line as resistance. You guys can see it tapped it several times. Looking at the daily, this one here is a 200-day moving average play. You know, it's on the middle side on the 200-day moving average line and the RSI, and also the daily or the hourly, excuse me, is kind of going a little flat. So definitely want to keep on watch, but we'll see if it can pop up above that 200-day moving average line. We already have an alert there, so we'll just continue to let this thing pan out. Another one is GLNG here. Looking at the daily, this is another really nice 50-day moving average play. We could see some support here, you know, around that trend line. If we can get some sell-off back down to like 38 in this range. This one here we've traded in the past and it's worked out really well. So I know it has just heavy support on the 90 days. So honestly, we'll just throw an alert here and let this thing plan out over the next couple of days here. And then we have EXEL. Huge amount of sell-off all the way from 37 to 32. We got a little bit of some buying pressure on that 90-day moving average line. The hourly, I don't know why I keep doing that, did form this little trend here. So, you know, I'm kind of going to wait on this and see if it can form some support down here or, you know, maybe like a trend breakout or something. I think we need to wait a couple more days before some entry points. But guys, this is the swing trading routine that I do. Review positions, look for opportunity, plan out entry points. If I go, okay, stop loss here, enter here, understand my risk management, doing this is going to be what helps separate you from other traders. So, you know, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe. And if you guys want to sign up with Moomoo, which is the broker I use, I'll put a link to him down below. You guys can get up to 20 free stock just by signing up. It's completely free. So make sure you guys sign up. You guys can start trading, check out our school, and check out our digital trading journal. So, you know, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.